every sigh. Come, I beckon to you. Come, I dare you to look in my eyes. There is beauty in hell. There is beauty in darkness, I swear to you.